Hello, everyone, and welcome to Pronoun TV and the Stephanie Stevens Show. I just want to say Happy New Year and Happy Holidays to everyone. So, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Tonight on our game show, our trivia show, How Smart Are You? It's just a quick trivia show that I'm going to do before the countdown. So, I just want to say thank you for joining me here live on TikTok and enjoy the show. Tonight, we're going to start our game show off with one of the most influential celebrities today. She lives in Las Vegas. She just got married a few years ago, and now she's back at it. Miss Toxic herself. Miss Toxic herself. Does anybody know who this woman is? Does anybody know who this woman is? That's right. This is the incredible Miss Britney Spears. This is her when she was a little girl. Oh, she was cute. She was already dancing when she was a little girl. That's right. This is Miss Britney Spears. Miss Britney Spears from Las Vegas. We love us some Miss Britney Spears. You know, hopefully she made up with her father and things were good this Christmas. And hopefully in the new year, we will all be looking forward to seeing her back on the stage and doing what she does best, entertaining us. That's right. This is Miss Britney Spears. Miss Britney Spears. Oh, fabulous celebrity. Fabulous celebrity. Our next celebrity. A lot of you might not know who this person is unless you're older or you're into sitcoms. Our next sitcom star, he was the star of The Jeffersons. The star of The Jeffersons. And his wife was named Louise. And they had this sassy maid named Florence. Does anybody know who this gentleman is? Anybody know who this gentleman is? Anybody know who this gentleman is? That's right, this is the incredible, the actor himself, Mr. Sherman Hemsley. Mr. Sherman Hemsley from The Jeffersons. Yes, he was fabulous. He could cut a rug, too. He could cut a rug. This is Mr. Sherman Hemsley from The Jeffersons. Yes, 1970s sitcom. I was around then, so I used to watch the show all the time. Our next celebrity is Lose Control. She's one of the biggest rappers in the world, and she has made rap songs for everybody. And she's an incredible artist, and she's part of the LGBT Two-Spirit pronoun community. Does anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who this fabulous rap star is? Lose Control. Anybody know? You better work. Yep. That's right. This is Missy Elliott. Missy Elliott. She is fabulous, and she's part of our community. Thank you, Missy, for always making us dance and just being yourself. It's so simple to just be yourself. Thank you, Missy Elliott. Our next celebrity. She was the Catwoman. She was the Catwoman. She was a Bond girl, and she was Miss Ohio. Does anybody know who this actress is? She won an Oscar for Monsters Ball. Anybody know who this actress is? She won an Oscar for Monsters Ball. That's right. This is the incredible Miss Halle Berry. Miss Halle Berry. She won an Oscar for Monsters Ball. We love us some Miss Halle Berry. Look at her. Miss Ohio. Look at the shape. I used to have a shape like that. Many years ago. Our next celebrity was in the Birdcage. He was in the Birdcage with Robin Williams and Gene Hackman. He was fabulous in the Birdcage. If you haven't seen the Birdcage, you should probably see it. It's an amazing movie, and it's very funny. Very funny. Excuse me 1 minute while I have a sip of my water. I want to just say Happy New Year to everyone and Happy Holidays. Does anybody know who this actor is? Anybody know who this famous actor is? That's right. This is the incredible Mr. Nathan Lane. Mr. Nathan Lane from The Birdcage. Thank you very much. I see what you're writing. I see you. Thank you. All right, Mr. Nathan Lane. That's right. The actor from The Birdcage with Robin Williams and Gene Hackman. If you guys if you haven't seen The Birdcage, you need to see it, where you can see Gene Hackman in drag. It's the funniest thing ever. Very funny movie, very funny. We miss Robin Williams, and we don't know what Nathan Lane is up to these days, but I'm sure he's going to bring us something fabulous very soon. Speaking of bringing us something fabulous, our next celebrity has a song out that all of the drag queens seem to love, and it's called Hello. I can't sing it the way she sang it, but this is her from then and now. Does anybody know who this actress is? The singer is. She wrote the theme song Skyfall for the movie James Bond 007. This was her back then, this is her now. That's right, this is Adele. Adele, what a great voice. What a voice. Adele, fabulous. She was back there in the day with Duffy and also Amy Winehouse. Apparently they were all friends at one time, and we miss Amy Winehouse, but this is Adele. Hello. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Y'all remember that? Our next celebrity is Mr. CNN himself. He is so cute. He has a little baby now. He's part of the Vanderbilt fortune. He's part of the Vanderbilt fortune. Does anybody know who this gentleman is? Anybody know who this gentleman is? Mr. CNN himself. That's right. This is Mr. Anderson Cooper. He's real cute. I wish he liked girls like me. Do you like girls like me, Anderson? Call me. Let's have a chat. Apparently he has a baby now and everything, and he's doing really well. That's Mr. CNN. I saw him with his shirt off in one of his little episodes with his boyfriend. Oh, he was a real cute. You got it going on there, Mr. CNN. That's right. That's Mr. Anderson Cooper. He's got it going on. Our next celebrity. You will know her from right here on TikTok. She always comes up. She's part of the LGBT Two-Spirit pronoun community, and she used to be a host on The View. And she has this famous slogan out now, TikTok, you don't stop. And I see her all the time here on The View. All the time here on TikTok. She was on The View. She was also in the Flintstones. Does anybody know who this actress is? Talk show host is? Anybody know who this woman is? That's right. This is Miss Rosie O'Donnell. Miss Rosie O'Donnell, the actress from the Flintstones, and also the co-host and the host of The View. Oh, fabulous. Fabulous there, Miss Rosie. Go ahead, keep it going. Our next celebrity was the lead host on Celebrity Dance. I think that's what it's called. I think it's called Celebrity Dance, or Another Top Model. And of course, she was on there giving us the strut of life. This is the catwalk queen. Well, one of them. Naomi Campbell is actually the catwalk queen. But this girl here had a successful career on Dancing with the Stars. That's it. Dancing with the Stars. She was the host of Dancing with the Stars and America's Next Top Model. That's right. This is Miss Tyra Banks. Miss Tyra Banks. Oh, yes, from America's Next Top Model. I used to be able to model back in the days. After you get a certain age, you start telling the models what to do. You don't try to walk the catwalk anymore. Our next singer. It's fabulous. He's passed on now, but he had that sultry voice like Sam Smith has. But he was the king of R&B back in the days. He sang with everybody from Patti LaBelle to just everybody. And he used to do all of the cover songs, and he would just make you swoon or cry. That's right. This is Mr. Luther Vandross. Mr. Luther Vandross. Mr. Ooh himself. We love us some Luther Vandross. He's passed on too now. And all the greats are gone. All the great singers are gone. We just lost Miss Vivienne Westwood. We love her. We just lost the Pope. And we just lost somebody else. We just lost somebody else. It's strange how everybody is. Hopefully things will get better in 2023. Coming up now is one of the biggest 80s porn stars. I'm sure a lot of you might not remember who he is, but he was huge in the gay community. Huge. In more ways than one. And this was the 80s porn star that all of the guys looked up to in Fort Lauderdale, from where I'm from. Well, I'm actually from Orlando, but I lived in Fort Lauderdale most of my life. So, well, half of my life. I've been living in Canada now. The other half. Okay, this is Mr. Jeff Stryker. Mr. Jeff Stryker. A real cutie. He was a big-time porn star. He looks very different here. He's still trying to hold on, but he looks very different here. But we all had his videos back in the days. We used to watch Jeff Stryker videos. Speaking of videos, our next celebrity is late night talk show host. They call him Carrot Top. Does anybody know who this late night talk show host is? Anybody know who this late night talk show host is? That's right. This is Mr. Conan O'Brien. Mr. Conan O'Brien, late night talk show host. He's doing a siren, or what is it called? Cyrus commercial now. I saw him in a Cyrus commercial. He's very funny. Him and a couple of the other actors up there doing their thing. Thank you guys so much for joining me here on Pronoun TV and the Stephanie Stevens Game Show tonight. How smart are you? Happy holidays and Happy New Year. Just do something with yourselves and just be fabulous at it. That's all we can do. Our next celebrity, well, not a celebrity. He was one of the first African-American president of the USA. Anybody know who this gentleman is? The first African-American president of the USA. That's right. This is Mr. Barack Obama. Mr. Barack Obama. Obamacare. That's right. He's the first African-American president that we know of from the United States of America. That's right, Mr. Barack Obama. Yes, get it. Our next celebrity is a singer. She is the boss. She has such songs as Ain't No Mountain High Enough, and Endless Love, and many, many, many other ones. I do a lot of her music in my shows. Does anybody know who the boss is? Ain't No Mountain High Enough, Reflection, all those fabulous classics. She was part of the Supremes. That's right, this is Miss Diana Ross, the boss, the queen. And she's still around. She's like 75, 76, and she looks fantastic. They just showed her coming from the supermarket. I didn't know Diana Ross goes to the supermarket. And looking exactly the way she does. No cover-up, no nothing. I thought that was fabulous. Go ahead, Miss Ross. Our next celebrity is very controversial. She was the queen of the Philippines. Apparently, she stole all the money from the people of the Philippines. Just apparently. That's apparently. And she had to pay about 400 pairs of shoes. That's what I heard. She had 400 pairs of shoes. I wish I had 400 pairs of shoes. You know, Jimmy Choo shoes or something. I would love that. But apparently this woman had 400 pairs of shoes. Anyway, this is the First Lady of the Philippines. This is Imelda Marcos. Apparently she had 400 pairs of shoes. I wish I had 400 pairs of shoes. Oh, I'd be showing them off every day. That's it. Do what you gotta do. Our next celebrity. Apparently he just got out of prison. Tonight's show is very light, so we're not going to dig into the controversy part. We're just going to leave it light on the positive things that they have done in society, or tried to do in society. Our next celebrity is the Jello Pudding Man, and apparently he spent a little time in prison with the Menendez brothers, O.J. Simpson, Robert Blake, but he was apparently the first black doctor on television. Does anybody know who this man is? That's right, this is Mr. Bill Cosby. He used to really make us laugh a lot. So we're only focusing on the positive of Mr. Bill Cosby. fabulous entertainer. Apparently he's going back on the road in March, starting to go back on the road in March, Mr. Bill Cosby. So if he comes to Toronto, I might have to get a ticket to see what he is doing. So I can let y'all know. Our next celebrity was also a late night talk show. He was around with Arsenio Hall and David Letterman. And does anybody know who this gentleman is? Apparently he has 114 vintage cars. 114 vintage cars. Anybody know who this gentleman is? Anybody know who this gentleman is? That's right, this is Mr. Jay Leno. Mr. Jay Leno, we love us some Mr. Jay Leno. A man with 114 cars, I love him too, okay? Mr. Jay Leno, yes. Our next celebrity is not a celebrity in a sense, but he's part of the cult movies that made us tremor and shake. As you know, most black people don't like going into the ocean anyway, so we're just saying that that's just part of our culture. Most black people don't go out in the middle of the ocean and jump in the water. Does anybody know who this celebrity fish is? Anybody know who this celebrity fish is? Because we already know what's going to happen if you jump into the ocean. And no matter where you go in the ocean, 5 minutes into it, somebody's screaming. That's right, this is the movie Jaws. The movie Jaws. And you know, I've seen this movie. I think I might have seen Jaws at least 40 or 50 times. And every time, it kept me in suspense. Yes, this is Jaws, y'all. Our next celebrity is the Queen of WAP. The Queen of WAP. And apparently she has this rival going on with a lot of the other female rappers. I haven't heard anything yet. I just know that she's a very positive role model. She's a very positive role model for young women. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. Apparently she's very popular. This woman is very popular. Miss WAP herself. That's right. This is Miss Cardi B. Miss Cardi B. One of the biggest rappers of all time. Female rappers of all time. And apparently she has WAP. I haven't figured out exactly what WAP is yet. I don't think I have a WAP. But she has a WAP. That's right. That's Miss Cardi B with the WAP. Our next celebrity was spent 3 years in jail for tax evasion. And he's fabulous. He's a fabulous actor. He had his own show on television called Blade. He also played this cross-dresser in the movie To Wong Foo. Does anybody know who this actor is? And the woman that he plays in this movie. That's right. This is Mr. Wesley Snipes. And this is Miss Noxeema Jackson. Miss Noxeema Jackson. This is Wesley Snipes in full drag. So if you've had a fantasy about seeing Wesley Snipes in full drag, there he is. There she is. That's Wesley Snipes from the movie To Wong Foo, where he played Noxeema Jackson. Yes, Wesley did it. oh Lord, that's awesome. Speaking of another cross-dressing actor and celebrity and fabulous, he's done so much for the black community and the trans community in Atlanta that it's incredible. But does anybody know who this gentleman is? You think 15 to 20 years ago he was sleeping in his car, and now he's a billionaire. He's a billionaire. This is the woman that he plays, the upset grandmother that just keeps order, no matter or tries to keep order or make sure things are in order wherever she goes. And this is him as the tycoon, the mogul. That's right. This is Mr. Tyler Perry, and this is the gunslinging Madea. Madea, the grandmother that always is in an entanglement with somebody. She's always in an entanglement with somebody. Our next celebrity from the 1980s, the late 1980s, she was part of the talk show circuit along with Geraldo Rivera and Silly Jesse Raphael. Does anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who this woman is? Happy holidays and Happy New Year, everybody. That's right. This is Miss Ricki Lake. Miss Ricki Lake. We love us some Miss Ricki Lake. She was part of the early morning talk show gang with Geraldo Rivera and Sally Jessy Raphael. Our next celebrity was in Mississippi Burning. He was in Mississippi Burning. He was also in The Birdcage with Robin Williams and Nathan Lane. And if you've never seen, I keep hyping that movie, The Birdcage, because you want to laugh out loud. That's a movie to see. And Gene Hackman is in the movie. He plays a senator in the movie, but a lot of things happen in the movie. So you have to see it, The Birdcage, with Mr. Gene Hackman. Mr. Gene Hackman from Mississippi Burning. And The Birdcage. That's right. Our next celebrity was Pretty Woman. Pretty Woman. Anybody know who this woman? She was Erin Brockovich. Erin Brockovich. Anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who this famous woman is? That's right. This is Miss Julia Roberts. Miss Julia Roberts from Pretty Woman. Oh, great actress. Great actress. I don't know what she's doing right now, but she was in Ocean's, I think 14. I think they tried to do a Ocean 14, and she was in it. She was very funny in it. Our next celebrity is the first black Catwoman. She was a singer, and she was from the South. Anybody know who the first black Catwoman is? The first black Catwoman. That's right. She's a singer, songwriter. She has such songs as Say Sivone, Santa Baby, and lots of other ones. Where's My Man? Cha-Cha Heels. That's right. This is Miss Eartha Kitt. Miss Eartha Kitt, the first black Catwoman. Fabulous. She's passed on now too, and we miss her, but she made such an impact on my life because I do a lot of her songs in my show. Our next celebrity. I'm not going to say much about this man because he's fantastic, and I would not be doing what I'm doing today if he didn't just give me a little push out the door. And I'm not dropping no names, I'm just saying. Sometimes celebrities reach out to push you to do things that you didn't know that you should be doing. That's right. Anybody know who Mr. Thelma and Louise is? And Mr. Thelma and Louise. This is him as a baby. And this is him as the famous actor. Anybody know who Mr. Thelma and Louise is? That's right. This is Mr. Brad Pitt. Mr. Brad Pitt. Fabulous man. Nice too. Very nice. Our next celebrity was a princess. And she was part of the royal family. And she's passed on since then too. She came down to Toronto and, did a lot of things for the Casey House. The Casey House, the hospice house for people with terminal cancers and HIV and AIDS that didn't have long to live. She came down to, shed some good light on people not being afraid of people with AIDS and all these kind of things. And she died in a horrific car crash back in the days. Anybody know who this woman is? Excuse me. Anybody know who this woman is? That's right. This is Princess Diana. Elton John wrote a song for her called Candle in the Wind. Fabulous lady. That's William and Harry's mother. Our next celebrities. One is the talk show host, late night talk show host, and the other one was Mike Tyson's boxing promoter. And I saw him talking about his boxing promoter actually the other night on television. Anybody know who this talk show host is and who this boxing promoter is? This is Mike Tyson's boxing promoter, and this is the late night, king of late night. That's right, this is Mr. David Letterman and Mr. Don King. Mr. Don King. This is Mike Tyson's boxing promoter, and this is David Letterman. I saw David Letterman in St. Martin, actually, and he looks very different from here. He had all the white hair and the white beard. You would never recognize it. It's quite funny, actually. Our next celebrity was in Saturday Night Live. Or Dancing. I'll think of what it was in a minute, but I know he was a star in Tu Wong Fu. And this is him as the woman in Tu Wong Fu. He's passed on too. Anybody know who this actor is? And this famous woman that he played. That's right, this is Mr. Patrick Swayze. Mr. Patrick Swayze. Oh, he was so cute. He was so cute. And he was so refined in the movie Tu Wong Fu. If you haven't seen Tu Wong Fu and you want to get a good laugh, some of your favorite celebrities are in drag. And it's quite funny. That's right, this is Mr. Patrick Swayze. Oh, Miss Bonita Bovine. I think that was her name in the movie. Thank you guys so much for joining me here on Pronoun TV and the Stephanie Stevens Show. Happy holidays and Happy New Year's coming up. Our next celebrity is another cross-dressing actor, but he's fantastic and he knows how to make you laugh. He was from the Klumps. He had a movie called The Klumps. Anybody know who this actor is? He was from the Klumps. He also was in Lethal Weapon with I can't remember the actor name that Bruce Willis. He was in the movie with Bruce Willis as well. Anybody know who this actor is? Excuse me. I choke up when I see that some of these actors that I really admire that have passed on. And I was just thinking about Patrick Swayze and what a fabulous actor he was and how I followed his whole career. And it kind of choked me up a little bit that he's gone. But, you know. Our next celebrity. That's right. He just did a remake of a Coming to America 2. And he did Coming to America 1 and now Coming to America 2. That's right, this is Mr. Eddie Murphy. And this is him in drag from the Klumps. That's right, Mr. Eddie Murphy. Everybody is cross-dressing these days. Speaking of cross-dressing, our next celebrity, he was in the movie with Bruce Willis called Bad Boys. He also played this cross-dressing character and many other characters on the show. I ain't gonna say the name of the show, I'm gonna say the characters that he played. He played Shanae, he played Jerome, he played Otis, and he played many other, James. He played many other, he's very funny, very funny. And he's an amazing actor, and to be honest, I've looked at a lot of his stuff, so a lot of the stuff that I sometimes do, I skim a little bit from Martin. That's right, this is Martin Lawrence. Martin Lawrence. Oh, I love his Shanae character. It's very funny. Very funny. And it's just so real. It's like real life. I don't know how he came up with that, but it's so real life. You make me laugh, Martin Lawrence. If you ever see this here, you are very, very funny. So put me in one of your movies so we can be funny together. Speaking of cross-dressing, our next celebrity has his own plane, a 747, parked in his front yard. That's 747. He was in the movie with Samuel L. Jackson and Pulp Fiction. Anybody know who this cross-dressing actor is? He was in the movie with Samuel L. Jackson and Pulp Fiction. Anybody know who this actor is? Anybody who know who this actor is? He was also in where he had his first dancing part in Saturday Night Fever. Saturday Night Fever. That's right. This is Mr. John Travolta. He's still good looking today. He is still a good looking man today, Mr. John Travolta. Expressing himself. I see him on the internet expressing himself, doing a lot of things that. Yes, John, get it. Speaking of celebrities and getting it, our next celebrity is fabulous. A lot of you ain't gonna know who this woman is, but she had such a song. Elvis Presley his inspiration was this woman. And lots of other rock and roll singers. This woman was one of the biggest gospel singers in the world back in the 1950s and 60s, and she could wail. Anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who the Queen of Gospel is? Anybody know who this woman is? That's right, this is the famous Miss Mahalia Jackson. Mahalia Jackson. She was an inspiration to a lot of singers back in the days. And if you ever watched the documentaries on Mahalia Jackson, you could learn a lot. And a lot of you church people out there, you could learn a lot too from watching Mahalia Jackson's documentaries. Very, very incredible woman. Incredible woman. Speaking of incredible, but she's a lot different than Mahalia Jackson. She's Miss Potty Mouth of Las Vegas. A lot of my comedy back in the days, they used to say I was potty mouth. I was just saying stuff that people were scared to say. Now I'm scared to say it today, but we'll see in the new year what comedians can get away with and what they can't get away with. Our next singer. She had such songs as Loving You Is Wrong, I Don't Want to Be Right. Anybody know who this woman is? 1970s. This woman was huge and she was famous. She says that she was the first rap star. Well, she was the first kind of rap woman. If you listen to some of her stuff back in the days, it seemed like she was the first rapping rap celebrity as a female. This woman was famous. If loving you is wrong. Oh, I even sound like her. Look at me. I'm going to get a recording contract, y'all. That's right. This is Miss Millie Jackson. Miss Potty Mouth herself. But we love her. If you ever listen to her music, it makes sense. It makes sense regardless of how much she's cursing on the album. She's really hilarious. And the songs are great. She was a real talent. A real talent. She used to do stuff back in the days when it was really taboo. We can't get away with that now. Speaking of can't get away with that now, she had such songs as, well, first of all, Beyonce played her in this movie, Cadillac Records. Anybody know who this blonde bombshell was? This blonde bombshell from Cadillac Records. Anybody know who this woman is? She could sing. She could wail. She redid a song by James Brown, It's a Man's World. If you've never heard it, you should hear it by her. She's incredible. That's right. Beyonce played her in the movie from Cadillac Records. This is Etta James. Miss Etta James. Yes, I loved it. They used to call her the Clorox Queen back in 1969 because she used to dye her hair really blonde, whitish blonde or something like that. Our next celebrity has a new book coming out called Unprotected, or it's out now already, and it's doing very well. He's all over social media educating people about his coming out stories about HIV and AIDS and his journey into show business with all of the stigmatism around HIV and AIDS and the fact that they didn't think he was really talented, and now he has proved them wrong. He created this show called Pose, and now he's just all over the place, and we love him because he's just real and raw. Anybody know who this celebrity is? Anybody know who this celebrity is? That's right, this is Mr. Billy Porter. Mr. Billy Porter. He's educating us. He's educating a lot of us. And that's the way to do it. Educate us. Let the people know. Speaking of educating, we love this next celebrity. She's part of Gay Iconic Singers. She was part of the LGBT two-spirit pronoun community. And when she wasn't in drag, she was very quiet and she really didn't like to be bothered. But when she was in drag, she came alive. This is the Round Mound of Sound. And does anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who this woman is? She was part of the B movies. The B movies. She had a lot of B movies out. Anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who this singer is from the disco era? Oh, she knew how to shake it up. Anybody know who this woman is? This is Divine. Divine, the 1970s and early 80s icon. The round mound of sound of music. This woman could shake it up. She's part of the LGBT two-spirit pronoun community, and we love her. Speaking of the disco era, this was the queen of disco. She had such songs as I Feel Love, MacArthur's Park, I Work Hard for the Money. Anybody know who this woman is? And drag queen's favorite songs to do, Last Dance. Anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who this woman is? That's right, this is Miss Donna Summers. Miss Donna Summers, the disco queen from the 1980s. She was incredible, incredible. Thank you there. Thank you. I see it. We got a long way to go, so I'll engage you guys as we get closer to the end of the show. But I do see what you're writing, so thank you. Thank you very much for all the stars. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for whatever you're sending. Thank you. Happy holidays and Happy New Year. Our next celebrity got legs. Oh, she's got legs. And she's the queen of rock and roll. And she's famous for such songs as Private Dancer, What's Love Got to Do With It, River Deep, Mountain High, You're Simply the Best. And I do a lot of her songs in my shows. Anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who this queen of rock and roll is? That's right. This is the incredible Miss Tina Turner. Miss Tina Turner, all legs and voice. We love her. We love Miss Tina Turner. I do a lot of her music in my shows, and she's simply the best. She's 80-something years old now. You know, at the end of the day, she got her stripes and stars. Yes, Tina, you got it. And she's happy. And I'm telling you, we're lucky. If we can make it to 80 years old these days, we're very, very lucky. Speaking of lucky, our next singer is all over the internet. She's incredible. I also do her in my shows. She was back in the days with the Bluebells from the 1960s. Then she ended up being on her own. And she had this gay, iconic song, Over the Rainbow, that she could hold that note like no other. And she's still kicking it at 76. I see her all over the internet, and she still sounds as good as she did in the 1960s. Anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who this woman is? She has a line of sweet potato pies at Walmart. She also has pancakes and cookies and all kinds of a line of food items at Walmart and Target and different other grocery stores. Anybody know who this woman is? The songstress herself. We love her. Her voice is big and loud, and she knows how to just. She's a drag queen's best friend because she puts that into the music, and you know sometimes we need that into the music to share how we're really feeling, how life really is. And Patti LaBelle knows how to deliver songs very powerful and, you know, engaging, songs that make you want to sing along or make you think about the old times or great memories, you know, make you want to fall in love. Patti LaBelle knows how to sing. She's got that voice that just makes you Oh, we love you, Patti LaBelle. I could go on and on about Patti LaBelle. I'm sorry, y'all. I was just reminiscing. But the many times I've seen her in concert, Patti LaBelle is fabulous. Speaking of fabulous, I see her now out doing something. She used to have some songs in the 1970s and 80s. Her number one hit was I'm Looking for a New Love. Anybody know who this 1980s, early 80s disco queen was? Anybody know who this woman is? I'm Looking for a New Love. That's the only song I can pretty much remember from her. She used to wear this really big tulle skirt. She was really beautiful. That's right, this is Miss Jody Watley. Miss Jody Watley. The young kids might not know who she is, but she used to have us dancing up a storm at the Copa. Miss Jody Watley, you had us dancing up a storm at the Copa in Fort Lauderdale. Speaking of dancing up a storm, this next singer is beautiful, from Chicago, a Chicago native. And she had a song that all the drag queens do called Old Friend. Anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who this beautiful songstress is? That's right. This is Miss Phyllis Hyman. Miss Phyllis Hyman. Oh, if you're a drag queen out there, even you young kids today, you would love her. So look up Phyllis Hyman. So when you want to do something really nice and slow and just where you're looking beautiful in your gowns and stuff, Phyllis Hyman is perfect for that kind of thing. So check her out. That's Miss Phyllis Hyman. Our next celebrity is We miss her. We miss her. She had such songs as The Greatest Love of All, I Will Always Love You, How Will I Know? I could just go on and on. And we miss her. Anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who this fabulous singer is? She had such songs as I Learned from the Best, I Will Always Love You. Oh, just incredible. That's right. This is Miss Whitney Houston. Miss Whitney Houston. We miss her. Oh, another drag queen's favorite song. I'm going to do a whole thing about drag queens and songs that they do a lot, that I hear them do a lot in the shows and on the stage. Our next celebrity was the first, well, it wasn't really the first, but they say she's the first. She's the first black Miss America. And she's been in many, many movies. Anybody know who the first black Miss America is? Anybody know who this first black Miss America is? Anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who this woman is? She's beautiful. Apparently, she was in a magazine called something. But anyway, the show tonight is on a positive note. We're only talking about the positive things about celebrities that we loved, that brought them to this point. That's right. This is the incredible Miss Vanessa Williams. I see you. I see you. This is Miss Vanessa Williams. Actually, the second black Miss America. The first one, they couldn't tell if she was black or white. But apparently there was a girl before Vanessa that was black. That was Miss America. That's right. This is Vanessa Williams, the second Miss America. Miss America. I said Miss Black America. Sorry, Miss America. Our next celebrity. He has space shuttles going out everywhere. He has electric cars, and he's one of the wealthiest men in the world. I wish he liked girls like me. I wish he liked girls like me. He's the new owner of Twitter. The new owner of Twitter. The one that will be controlling your naughty on Twitter. Anybody know who this gentleman is? He will be controlling your naughty on Twitter. Anybody know who this gentleman is? That's right. This is the incredible Mr. Elon Musk. I wish he liked girls like me, because I could use a spaceship. I could use a spaceship and a what you call them cars? Teslas? I could use one of them. Elon, if you're not married and you like girls like me, I could use a spaceship and a Tesla. I don't know. I haven't driven in years because I live downtown, so the subway's right there and everything is right in walking distance. I don't have to worry about nothing, but I'll take a Tesla there, Elon. I'll take a Tesla, Mr. Twitter. Speaking of Mr. Twitter, our next celebrity is part of the Hilton Hotel chain. The Hilton Hotel chain. Apparently she had lots and lots of nice parties in Los Angeles. Anybody know who this woman is? She was in a movie with Nicole Richie. They had their own reality show. I forgot what the name of the reality show was that her and Nicole had. Anybody know who this woman is? This is Paris Hilton. I see her walking a lot in the fashion shows in New York City. So I didn't know she was a model. I knew she was a hotel heiress. I didn't know she was a model, but I did see her walking in a fashion show in New York City. Speaking of walking in a fashion show, apparently this next woman swindled $6 million out of seniors in Florida. Now, apparently they can't find her or she's passed on. They don't know where she is. They've been looking for her for about 25, 30 years. Anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who this woman is? She would call you randomly up out of the phone, on the phone, and just say, hello. And most people would be like, well, hello, who's this? And she would be like, this is Miss Cleo. Do y'all remember Miss Cleo? I don't know. Ricky Smiley and a lot of those guys used to do little sketches about Miss Cleo. She would call your house and try to pretend like she was a psychic or something, and then rip you off. That was Miss Cleo, y'all. Y'all have to get the albums, because there's an album out with nothing about Miss Cleo making phone calls, random phone calls to seniors' houses and to elderly people's houses, and it's quite funny actually. If you ever never seen it, it wasn't funny that Miss Cleo ripped the seniors off, but it was funny the sketches that Ricky Smiley and all those guys were doing about Miss Cleo. It was very funny, but they went and got her from wherever she was. Our next celebrity is the Iron Lady. The Iron Lady. Anybody know who this Iron Lady is? Anybody know who the Iron Lady is? Our next celebrity is the Iron Lady. That's right. She's incredible. She used to tell men what to do. The first woman in London, in England over there, to tell men what to do. We love her. She used to boss around the men and they didn't like it at all. But she stood firm. That's why they called her the Iron Lady. That's right. This is Miss Margaret Thatcher. She used to tell men what to do. That's it, Margaret. Boss them around. Tell them what to do, girl. Speaking of celebrities, our next celebrity is part of one of the biggest families and richest families. She used to be a he, and now he is a she. Anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who this woman is? She won a gold medal for pole vaulting in 1979 and 79. Anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who this woman is? She used to be a he. She's part of the Kardashians family. She's the father. Well, she's who she is. That's right. This is Caitlyn Jenner. She used to be a he. We love her. She's just expressing herself and doing her thing. Our next celebrity had a song called Knock, Knock, Knock on Wood. I do it all the time in my shows because it gets the crowd going. And she was famous in the disco era. Anybody know who this woman is? From Knock, Knock, Knock on Wood. This was the cover of one of her albums. I cut the name out because I didn't want y'all to see the name. Sorry. That's right. This is Miss Amy Stewart. Miss Knock, Knock, Knock on Wood. I just want to say happy holidays and happy new year to everyone. Take care of yourselves and have a drink on me. I'm drinking a little bit tonight during the countdown. I'm on Facebook Live right after, around 10:15. I'll be on Facebook Live so y'all can check me out with a new game show. And I just want to say thank you guys so much. We're nearing the end of the show. And I want to end with this gentleman here because he was part of my history of coming out back in the days. He played the movie with Tom Cruise in Rain Man. Anybody know who this actor is? Anybody know who this actor is? And this is the famous woman that he was one of the first cross-dressing actors to make cross-dressing just sort of normalized. Showed, trans women in a normal working environment and situation. He's from Rain Man. Anybody know who this actor is? Anybody know who this actor is? This is Dustin Hoffman, and this is the woman that he played in the 1970s, Tootsie. Tootsie. Thank you guys so much for joining me here on my game show, How Smart Are You, and Trivia. Take care of yourselves, stay fabulous, and just do something. And thank you guys so much for season 2. We filmed about 45 brand new shows that you will see starting on all platforms, streaming on all platforms, in clips and in full, only on YouTube. We haven't decided yet if there's going to be a streaming fee yet on YouTube. We haven't decided yet. We will let you guys know as we get closer. But on January 15th, the shows will start to roll out. We stepped up our game a lot for season 2. And I just want to say thank you to all the people here on TikTok that reached out to me to tell your stories. Thank you. Thank you. And this season is incredible because you're really making a difference. And you're being honest. A lot of the shows, you guys are being real honest and open about your lives. And I think it will be very educational for a lot of us that don't understand what a lot of us are going through. So I just want to say thank you. And thank you for sharing your stories on Pronoun TV and the Stephanie Stevens Show. I'm blessed for you guys not even knowing me and to have reached out to me and, and to share your stories with somebody that you don't know. And trust me to deliver the shows the right way and ask the right questions, And sometimes we had to ask the hard questions, but you guys were very open and honest about that. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you. And so hopefully in 2023, we will understand each other a lot better. I think so. Good things are going to happen, I think. Good things are going to happen. So take care, my friends. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Have a couple of drinks on me because I'm stuck here in this studio. Finally, not my apartment. I'm in a studio finally. And it's a step. One step at a time. I'm in no hurry. We really want to make a difference. Everything else comes after that. So until then, my friends, Happy New Year and good night, everybody. And thank you for watching.